PSV Eindhoven is closing in on a loan move for Tyrell Malacia on deadline day. We've got a lot to talk about Man United, and of course we will be looking at all deals happening United. Of course, Chris Wheeler before was reporting that Man United might not make a single deal in terms of more add-ins, but also exits. But as it looks, clearly there seems to be something being brewed. Now, of course, we also have hope that there could be more players signed for Manchester United before the close of the transfer window. Meanwhile, Tyrell Malacia is leaving, but there is one player who should be arriving at Man United, but instead this player chose to go to the same club he had turned down before in Tottenham. How unserious, how unambitious can Matthew still be as a footballer? Let's get it. Welcome, like, share, and subscribe here on deadline day. Now, guys, so Malacia is leaving. That we've always known and expected. I love this for him, to be honest. I mean, look at Anthony. His first game at Real Betis, he's balling and playing man of the match, putting on a man of the match performance. He needed to be freed, really, free his mind, free his body. He was loved by the supporters, and there he goes. He's balling for fun. It was a game against Athletic Club, and you suddenly think that's not an easy opponent. For him to put on that performance, Anthony, you want to give him that credit. So Tyrell Malacia himself was injured for so long, and comes back, and Amorim instantly trusts him, throws him on the pitch, and look where we are. He's now getting a club to try and give him a new lease of life, really, because it didn't go as he had planned it from the start, joining Man United. So for me, honestly, I think I want to commend Malacia. Now PSV is a home team back in his native Netherlands. Suddenly he will feel at home, and that's the love and atmosphere you want to be in. If you've been through a lot, enduring a lot as a footballer, you don't want to go through the pressure of, first of all, playing a different system under Ruben Amorim, a club that is not performing. There's a hugest club in the world. There's a lot of pressure. People won't even feel and have sympathy with you because you've not been playing for a long time. All Man United supporters will want is every player on the pitch to be performing. So for me, I really feel it's a good thing for Tyrell Malacia to be getting a club in his native Netherlands. So that's what is happening. The deal is advanced. The medical has been booked according to Fabrizio. So for me, it's good to see it that Malacia has got some bit of football. I think the fact that Amorim is changing the system at Man United maybe makes it difficult. But had we still been playing the system that Erik ten Hag was playing before, maybe Malacia would have a chance, would have a future at Man United if we got fit again. But in this Ruben Amorim system, you probably think there is no really place for him. That is not the system for him. But at least we can rebuild him and sell him and get a fee because money is what United needs. But let's talk about this Matthew Stell player who has got no ambition. You don't refuse. Tottenham agrees a deal with Bayern. You say, no, I'm not going to Tottenham. I want Man United. Choose Man United. And then later, you end up going to Tottenham. You would rather start Bayern Munich. Because what does he want, really? Did he just want to leave Bayern Munich? Bayern did not want to let go of him. It was him who said he wants to leave this Jan. Did he just want to leave without properly having an idea of where he wants to go? Because if you turned down Tottenham just a few days ago because you don't think their project was good and but then after failing with Man United, you just say, okay, let me just go to Tottenham. It means you just want to play in England. You don't have a proper idea of what you want to achieve in life. And you see, at this point as Man United, we don't want to sign players who are not clear about their own ambitions, who do not know what their goals are in life. Clearly, Tyrell Malacia doesn't know his real goals in life. And I'm not saying that Man United is the most, attractive player and, all that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not trying to suggest that. But, I mean, for me, it speaks a lot about you if one day you're saying, I'm turning down that offer when a whole chairman of Tottenham flew over to Germany to talk to you and you said no. And then just after failing to get the club you wanted to go to, you just take the next flight to the same club you turned down. What does it say about you if you're a 19-year-old kid wanted by so many clubs? Not like you're a reject. There are so many options. For me, it shows there is an issue. There's a lack of ambition and direction in your head. You've got to focus yourself, I think. For me, it probably might be good riddance because I dig into the mentality and character of Matthew Stell, and I'm thinking maybe he wasn't the player for us. So For me, that's what will give me a good night, even if this is a deal I was excited about, because I know that Amorim is struggling a lot because of lack of a striker, lack of a goal scorer, I should say. He has strikers, but not goal scorers. So if you thought he was going to get a player who can give him something and he doesn't, I mean, you feel a bit bad about it. But hindsight, maybe it's good riddance. This player was not at the level of Man United. He doesn't have the attitude for a Man United player. You can't really just do that. It shows you're not clear. Your head is not straight. So, good riddance. Guys, we move on from Matthew Stell. Let's wait and see what this transfer window will bring, at least in the next hours. Certainly, there is expectation that perhaps Leon Bailey is a player who could still go back for. I strongly believe that Ruben Amorim wants a player to play behind Ahmad in the right wing back. I don't think just getting Dogo to play left wing back is enough. I strongly believe he needs options there. Of course, he needs better options, even in the attack, in the number 9 position. Perhaps those are that's the harder department to sort. I think it's more difficult for him to get a player in that department because, I mean, if you spend so much money on 2 who you'd call marquee signings and they don't work, how about now that you don't have any money to spend? Which striker are you going to get who can fit in there? So it's a bit of a tricky situation if you think about it, solving the goal scoring problem. But we are waiting, guys. Again, you don't lose hope. It's Man United. I mean, anything can always happen in the last minute. And just hoping at least he can get a play on loan, really. In the right wing back and a number 9. If not, let him promote Chido Obi. Let him promote all these youngsters. Any of the youngsters, the hottest one. I mean, we've got a lot of promising youngsters in the academy. Promote any of them, because you can't keep pretending with Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee. Today we are explaining and talk about how there is a player in there, and not to say that Rasmus Højlund is not looking improved at all. I think he's even in his struggles, he looks slightly improved if you judge by the past 2 games, but still. He's not there. That's why he was benched for Kobe Mainoo to start ahead of him. So, again, guys, it's a trick. I think it's a difficult thing to be head coach, certainly of Man United. But I think now more than ever, it's even harder for Amorim because of the circumstances. But again, mine is always to give you hope. We'll never lose hope. Have the belief that we can do it, regardless of how it goes from now until midnight when the transfer window is done. Just have hope that Man United can still figure it out, and we will still be able to compete for the Europa League, most importantly, but also avoid relegation in the Premier League, because that, for me, those are the 2 most important things for Man United this season. If we achieve those, it will be a successful season, and Amorim will deserve all the credit we can give him. That's the best he can achieve with this team. But that's where we are. Subscribe, guys. I will be catching you later as we look at solutions for the Lisandro Martinez issue. Big issue there. Of course, we are being, everything seems to be overshadowed by the whole transfer talk. But trust you me, we've got a big elephant in the room in the absence of Lisandro Martinez. And given how struggling the backline is, even when he was still there, we had started falling off. You saw how it happened with Crystal Palace. So certainly now without him, it's even worse. So Amorim has got to now figure it out more. Whereas our defense had improved by and large, again, him being out is a big setback to whatever Ruben Amorim has been trying to put right in that back line. So guys, lots of issues to discuss, but first things first, the transfer window has got to be figured out and closed. I'll be back later.